posting this a little later in the month, but I figured that since I recorded already, I might as well post it. So I am doing my February 2021 setup right now. It is Sailor Moon themed for Valentine's Day since it is February. I've been feeling very inspired by Sailor Moon. I don't know why. I guess maybe it's how cheery the show is, but you learn a lot of little lessons, and I loved it growing up. I did use Sailor Moon as my inspiration for my yearly setup this year, so I figured that I would bring that idea along to the next months. I didn't get to do January because I got my new bullet journal past January and I think right before February started. So this is really my first spread in this notebook. It is from Archer and Olive, and I wasn't sure if the watercolor would hold up because it does say on their website to use caution when doing watercolor and that they do offer watercolor notebooks. But after having used it, I do use quite a bit of water. I will admit I do dry off most of the things that I drew, which you can see here. But for the most part, I would say there is absolutely no bleeding. It did warp the paper a little bit, but I love it. As you can see, I lost a little bit of my footage, but I figured that you would still want to see what I had done that hadn't been recorded. So that is the outlined version of Usagi. And here are my monthly goals and just like a very quick calendar that I did together. I've never done this style page before, so I am interested to see if it works for me and I continue to do it for the following months. As of the moment, I am very much enjoying it. Here I have my habit tracker and my mood tracker. This is baby Usagi. I thought she was very sweet and went along with the Valentine's Day theme very well. I'm keeping 2 pinks and stars to really just bring that across all of my pages so it seems very orderly and nice. I find it very satisfying watching myself outline this. I've never seen myself do this before, so it's very nice. And although I will admit I messed up in a few spots that I'm very bummed out about, I love how it came out. It's very simple and gets exactly what I need done. You may notice that I have quite a few squares that I use for my habit tracker. I have 12 of them, and I actually have more than 12 things that I would like to track, but I figured 12 is enough, and I'll probably get stressed out if I'm not able to complete most of them. Although for my habit tracker, I've realized over the years of using them that sometimes I don't expect myself to fill in all of the squares, and it's really more just to see how much I do it. Sometimes if I'm trying out a new habit, just to see if it sticks, I want to see naturally how many times I'm able to complete that task or that habit, just so I see if I need to work on it and even have it on my habit tracker. For other things, it is to push me to do it. Otherwise, I think that habit trackers are extremely useful, and if you find them useful, then definitely add one to your bullet journal. I love them. I've been using them since high school, and they really do motivate me to get things done. It is always very satisfying at the end of the month to get to look back and see most of your squares completely filled. For my mood tracker, I'm doing a big heart. I didn't know what other thing to do other than a heart. So for this month's spread, I'm just going to be doing these rings inside of this giant heart, plus those extra 3 little hearts around it. And I'm just going to fill in each of the rings as my emotion for the day. As well, I'm only choosing 3 emotions, if you will, a smiley face, a straight face, and a sad face, because I usually put too many emotions because I feel that I feel many things during the day, but it can be very stressful when I'm adding like 12 colors to every single day, and I can't really tell how I was feeling that month overall. So I try to stay very simple with 3 colors. It's 3 shades of pink, and so far it's working out for me and I love it. Lucky for me, it is February, so there are 28 days this month, and that makes it extremely easy to make these little rectangles since I don't have to add any extra lines or bumps, so I was able to fit more boxes onto this page. I wasn't able to write everything down that I wanted on my habit tracker just because I hadn't really decided, and I do like to group things that are similar, such as exercise, meditation, eating healthy. All of those things would all go on one line together because they're similar. Next, I wanted to show what it looks like when I would fill in my heart of emotions. It is very simple, and I honestly quite like this idea. I might continue it next month, although I don't know what next month's bullet journal spread idea is going to be. So hopefully I come up with that soon and I'm able to use a similar design for next month's mood tracker. This page was very new to me. I've never done either of these things. They are an expense tracker and a sleep tracker. Recently, I've been feeling like I've been spending either too much money or that I'm just not sure what I've spent money on throughout the entire month, and it's not a very good feeling. So I wanted to see if having an expense tracker in my bullet journal would make that more efficient for me, if I would be able to really see what I was spending without having to check my bank account. So far, I'm not quite sure. I'll have to see by the end of the month once I've used it more. But the sleep tracker has made a great improvement in not really making me go to bed more, but I feel more in control of my sleeping habits, if that makes sense. I'm hoping to go to sleep a little bit earlier. It's quite difficult right now considering that I am at home all day long, so it can make the days feel quite endless, and at night I feel like I haven't gotten enough done, so I stay up and I do more things. With my sleep tracker, I'm able to see, okay, I went to sleep at 2 in the morning and I woke up later than I'd prefer to say. So right now, I want to say sleep tracker, total success, and I will be adding it to next month's spread. Hopefully it keeps up its vital. However, for the expense tracker, I'm hoping I see better results very soon, but at the moment I'm not really loving it just because I don't know, I feel a little strange writing down all of my expenses. I know what I spend, and it seems like that was a waste of a page for me, but I do think it's cute. I don't know if you've noticed, but my marker that I use to write expense tracker and sleep tracker is drying out, so it's not as nice as it would usually be written, and boy, did this take a long time to fill in with all the numbers. I am going to speed past this just because it took me so long to do, but I definitely think that it is worth it. Last but not least, this is my weekly spread for the month of February. I thought I'd keep it extremely simple and just do a bunch of pink large hearts for each day of the week. That way I would have space to put the day of the month inside of each one of them, and also leave enough space on the side to put everything that I'm going to be doing that day. I do have many things to accomplish this month, so I definitely think that space was necessary. I also added a weekly goals section on the second page at the bottom, and I kept to the theme with these little twinkly stars. I think they're really cute, but I definitely do think that I put far too many of them, but I still really like it. The only thing about using watercolor that I don't love is that I do have to wait for each page to dry individually, and then I can outline and then continue on to the next page. So I do like to watercolor as many pages as I can at once, but sometimes there's so much water I do have to let each one sit. But this journal doesn't bleed, so I really don't mind waiting, especially because I'm not in a rush to do anything right now. So I'm happy, happy, happy with my spread for this week. It is very simple and to the point, and I am willing to wait for my little pink hearts to dry. Here is a quick little run through of my February spread for 2021. I hope you love this Sailor Moon theme that I was going for, and that you have an extremely wonderful Valentine's Day or just month of February overall. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice one.